want to show you how to take a test on a 6G. I ain't worked in a month, I got nothing better to do. If you're taking a test, you could generally tack it up any which way you want to. So like right here, I got it fit up on my table right here. It's a little table I fabbed up. Using a DeWalt Sawzall blade for a spacer. That's generally the space I like to run. So I gave myself a decent, a little less than an inch of a tack on one side. I'm gonna give me a good gap on the back side. I'm only gonna give it 2 tacks. The only reason I give it 2 tacks is to minimize my starts and stops. The less starts and stops you got, the better off you're gonna be. You gotta minimize those. All right, so I got it tacked up on the 6G. Now I'm gonna give myself a good gap. See how it's a little wider on one side? And use that wedge and even out that gap. Just feather them tacks, always feather them tacks. You need to tie in good on the back side. Those one start, one go. You want to make sure you make it all the way around that pipe without stopping. Keeping the keyhole, you got to hear that keyhole the whole time and see it. It's not enough if you see it bleeding off to one side, stop. One start and one stop all the way to that tack on both sides, what you're really looking for. There's that root in there. I buff it out, but it's 4-inch pipe, so it's kind of hard to see it. But it's all in there, it's above the pipe. Thing pretty clean. I always test with 532 and 1/8. I test, but you better go that way, you weld a lot cleaner. Now let's stuff the hot pass in there. I think my rod angle is changing constantly. It's pointing more up towards the top side of the bevel. So I started, at the 90 degrees, but as I'm coming down, my rod angle is going up. It's going up so I can keep that puddle flat in that bevel and keep it even all the way around. So when I'm coming down, I'm almost welding straight up at it, because gravity is pulling that puddle down. So you gotta aim it back up at it. That rod angle kept it nice and flat on the bottom. Nice and flat's what you're looking for. So then the inspector will come up and check it out. If he likes it, he'll let you go. If not, he's gonna let you go home. All right, so I put my filler in there. I left that bevel showing, so when I cap, I got something to go off. And that little ledge right there gives the metal somewhere to sit when you're capping. It's kind of squirrely. If you're doing a puddle cap, which is a 1-bead cap, it's kind of harder. Anytime you could do a 2-bead cap, do a 2-bead cap. All right, so there's the puddle cap all the way to the bottom, and I come across the bottom. See that? I come across it. Now, when I cap this, I'm only gonna go about 3/4 of the way almost. I'm gonna run my bottom first. I'm gonna put 2-bead on this side. What it looks like. I welded a little more than half of that bevel, and I gave myself something for that top cap to sit on. What that 2-bead looks like, nice and even. I ain't welded in a 6G in about a year, so don't go too hard on it.